Good morning, or it could be afternoon, I don't know. My name's Amber. I'm a flower farmer, florist from Budgeree in Gippsland, and I'm up my hill at the moment because we've had a new addition on the weekend who is on the wrong side of the fence. See, here we go. Little calfie is completely yellow-tongued. Yeah, on the wrong side. I've got to try and get her back to her mum. Come on, you're on the wrong side. And we're all good now, we're back to mum. Good girl. So, Monday, it's about 12:30, and I've taken a bouquet down to the post office, and now I'm back in my greenhouse sowing some more seeds. So this was my bouquet. My stock seeds. Look at these. Whether you can see it. There's little, can you see that? Little baby plants starting to come up. So that's good. So today I'm sowing some, put you back there. Today I'm going to sow some status, some heavenly blue, apricot and coral, rose light, sequel white. Get some of those started. I'm going to do some scabiosa. I've got a red one, Outro Fire. I've got Fata, or Fata, F-A-T-A, Morgana. It's like a yellow and a bit of pink in there, I think. Then there's a Snow Maiden, which is a white one, and Salmon Rose. So I'm going to do those. And this is if I get all the time to do this. And I've got a perennial. I've got some lupins. I've never grown lupins, so it does say to do them spring, summer, autumn in my area, but yeah, summer, so summer now. It does say flowers in the first year if sown late summer, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do those, do some seed sowing. Right, it's Tuesday morning now, and I've just been mucking about with an electric tape. See that little black and white heifer there that's got her head up? She's pretending she's not in trouble, but that is Dahlia. Her name is Dahlia, and she was just in my Dahlia paddock. She was in there last night as well. So I've just had to move the electric tape, and it's now running across to a different section. So hopefully she can't jump this and get into my paddock, because they're just starting to bloom. So we'll have to do a double check. But she was in amongst, well, there's a beehive there. She was in amongst that, and it's just starting to flower, and she's broken some off. Anyway, hopefully problem solved. Yeah, look, see, they're coming. There's a couple up the top there. Last thing I need is a cow in here. Oh, my poor little plants. I'm potting things on. Now I've got trays of things like echinacea that have just been sitting there not seeming to grow. So I'd say they need a bit more space. So we're just putting them into little... So there's always something to do, but it's more just I'm making space in cell trays because, yeah, I've got to start all these hardy annuals. So we're just seeing what's there. There's some things that aren't going to be planted out this year. They've just sort of missed the boat in terms of the season. And yeah, there's some perennials here like this echinacea and some carnations and things that I've just put onto bigger pots. Well, you know, little pots, but planting them on. And so hopefully they will get through this summer okay, the rest of the summer, and then they can be planted out in the autumn for next season. It's Wednesday morning, and yesterday was pretty busy. This cow had a little calf yesterday. It was a really, actually, I think it surprised her too. Yeah, there he is. So that was yesterday's additional black one, the little bull calf. And we had another one too. One of the speckled heifers had one as well. Good girl. So that was good. And there's the other new calf having a drink. So now I have 3. Oh, and the other one's just nearby. So 2 little heifers there and a bull. Yay! Hey. I'm just feeding the ducks and the chickens. I've just got to let them out. But this is Ducky Ducky. Ducky Ducky is a lone duck. He was hatched under a chicken. So he kind of does his own thing. And he lives in his own bachelor pad because there's a drake and a bunch of ducks. And the drake's very protective of his ducks. So he chases Ducky Ducky everywhere. Come on, Ducky Ducky. Come and have your breakfast, mate. Poor Ducky Ducky. Yes, we feed you separately in the morning so you don't miss out. Oh. Come on, bud. Yeah. Oh. Now he's going to run off. Here, come on. Are you being shy today? Oh, there's nothing in there yet. There you go. My asters have started blooming. There's a white one, pink one, there's a purple. I think that's probably meant to be blue. There's a very pretty, oh, you can't really see it, dark one over here. They don't have very long stems though, so I'm not too sure about those. And look at this over here, ignore the weeds. An American basket flower. I grew that as like a, see what this thing does. And it's really groovy, but there's only like a handful. And it smells, it was me sticking my nose in it, it smells really strange. But nice. It's like a very, very light, sweet perfume. Not enough to put in an arrangement, but pretty cool. Right, there's a fair bit of dahlias open now in this patch, so we'll just do up something pretty that's sort of Valentine's Day looking. And there's lots of buds now, so I can do something today and there'll still be flowers opening up for Tuesday next week. Lots of things happening. Oh, I love this one. Hello, Nayap. These anemone ones. This is Mexico. How festive are you? So we'll get stuck into that. Oh, this is nice too. Prem, it's called. Really pretty. Pinks. Oh, that's a seedling. Bright yellow seedling. Bit of fun. I've harvested a few bits and bobs and I'm going to have some breakfast now because I'm starving. Everything's really pretty. Okay, I'm going to put together a bouquet in a vase, just do a vase arrangement. Got all my flowers, lots of dahlias, lots of beautiful dahlias. Oh, cosmos. Handful of zinnias in there. I've got some gomphrena, little pink, and I've got some celosia, some flamingo feather. So I'm just going to have a muck about with that. And I've got some feverfew. It's an unusual smell, but I really quite like it. And some chocolate lace. And, oh, there's like 3 asters. They're proving to have fairly short stems, so if I can find like a long stemmed aster. There's a pink one, light pink one, dark pink one, it's a white one. Yeah, just going to have a fiddle with this. I cut it a couple of hours ago now, so it's been sitting in buckets of water. So when you cut your flowers, let them rest in some water and let them condition. They call that conditioning. So let them have a nice drink. If I was going to make up a hand-tied bouquet, you'd want them to condition a bit longer than that. So often if you can go kind of 24 hours kind of thing is good. But I'm just doing this for a vase and for some photos and have a play. Right, so I'm in my old dairy, which I'm not going to show you. It's incredibly ramshackle. But this is where I take a fair few photos. So natural light. Oh, excuse our cattle yards. It's still getting worked on. Natural light coming in. It's a really big open space here. So lots of natural light. And I have a backdrop, which is an old door. I actually have an old crate, which I sit things on, and I use that to take photos on. The old pit, it's got stuff in it. That was the pit for the dairy. So sometimes I have to climb into the pit or hang over the top of it to take photos. But this works well. And that has come up really well. And see, the colours look nice because of the natural light. Now, I did photography at uni, so kind of know a little bit what I'm doing when it comes to photos. I'm just taking this on my phone now. I'm just going to take some shots on my phone. I should bring the good camera down, but kind of had a bit of a case of they couldn't be bothered. But yeah, get some nice photos like that. And yeah, the colours look great. Well, I'm going to go and sow some more seeds now. I'm going to do some Aquilegia. Aquilegia, is that how you say granny's bonnets? This is a Giant's mix, so this is a nice big tall one. Perennial, awesome for my back. Perennial, go in, stay in. I've got another Scabiosa. This is Black Knight, which is a dark burgundy. I've had that one this year. That one's good. And then I've got some straw flowers to do. I did straw flowers. I'll show you all my straw flowers for this season. And just follow me in here. Here's all these straw flowers hanging up. This is actually my schoolroom. Heaps of straw flowers hanging up. And, excuse looking at my nose. Here's a whole lot. Can you see them done up for markets? That was weird, wasn't it? I do well with straw flowers. They dry well and they dry easily. And my patch has given heaps of straw flowers. So had quite a few colours. So it is a short-lived perennial, which means like they could come back next year. But oh, look at my hair. Most people plant them, treat them as an annual. So because they've been so good, I do want to make sure that I have them for next season as well. So I've got more straw flowers. I've got purple red dragon, which is quite a purpley dark burgundy sort of colour, a lemon yellow, scarlet, silvery rose, which I had this year, which is nice, different one, apricot and peach, and a copper red. I had that one this year too, and a white. I did also order a king size raspberry, it was called, but they didn't have it, so they refunded me $4.50. It was very funny. Yeah, so straw flowers will do again. Totally worthwhile because they flower from spring right through till autumn. They just keep going. So if you're thinking of those, they're a good one as a flower farmer. And look, and they dry really well, really easily. So yeah, I've got dried ones everywhere. Give them a go. Anyway, I will see you next time. Bye.